Hello, Munch here, and welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of Getting Hammered. Since our last episode, it's been short, but not really that sweet. We obviously had that humbling at home to Southampton, bottom of the table, lost 3-1. After that, we drew away 1-1 at Stoke and had a classic 4-4 game away at the King Power against Leicester City, where Jamie Vardy got a hat-trick, but we managed to equalise with Manuel Lanzini in the last minute. I thought I'd have to show you the highlights for all the goals, and yeah, Mario actually comes off Marcus Rojo to set us off on our way, so we were actually 1-0 up. And then from a corner later on, we seem to struggle with corners all year really. Chilwell picked it up and he knocked it, somehow worked its way back to Mark Albrighton, and he dinked it in for Vardy. That near post run was a feature of his play. Adrian's all over the place, and it's clear that we're going to have to work defensively next year on our positioning. Manuel Lanzini, who's been so good for us since I brought him into the starting lineup, he knocked the ball into Marko Arnautovic and he made it 2-1. And we were playing really, really well in the first half, to be fair, and then it all kind of just fell away a bit really afterwards. In the second half, Leicester were thoroughly on top. Mara started dictating play. Charlotta had a sensational game on the right wing, and again Vardy came in at the near post and knocking a header, and I was just getting so annoyed with it. I tried everything in the opposition instructions. We tried tackling hard on him, closing him down, tight marking, everything, and none of it worked. The third goal didn't take too long. Mahrez knocked the ball across the floor. I mean, how one of our centre-backs didn't cut it out is beyond me. Definitely in the summer, defensive reinforcements are needed. We've got such a bad defensive record. I think it's like the 14th worst in the division. But the good thing is that we can't at least score. Lanzini came in and managed to get a goal. Schmeichel beat his near post terribly. Obviously should have saved that. I think it's just classic Football Manager graphics didn't make it look great, and Adrian came for a cross, completely missed it. Wes Morgan tapped into the back post, but then in the 92nd minute, Haksabanovic, who I brought on for disappointing Torgan Hazard, he crossed it in, and Lanzini was at the far post to knock it in. And yeah, that brought it into a pretty sensational game, really, in truth. And then after that, we had a pretty comfortable win against Huddersfield 2-0. Torgan Hazard kind of getting a bit more back into form. Marko Arnautovic seems to have finally kind of got himself together. And that has left us in 7th position going into the final game of the season. Level on points with Liverpool, but 11 goals behind in goal difference. So really, our only chance of potentially getting into Europe, because I don't think 7th gets into Europe. I think our only real chance of getting into that 6th position is if Liverpool drop points today. We host Arsenal in the final game of the season, and that has massive repercussions for the title race. As you can see, 3 teams can still win it. Chelsea are pretty much out of it, so it's a straight shootout really between City and Arsenal. Identical records and only 1 goal between them in the goal difference. Absolutely insane. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, as you can see, has got 36 goals in the Premier League this season. Absolutely insane. So somehow we're going to have to try and keep him quiet. With our defensive record, I can't see us winning it, but we will have to do what we can to try and secure European status. The idea is to not get hammered too badly, and hopefully Newcastle won't win. That's the best we can hope for, really. Gone back to the 4-1-2, the 4-3-3 that we've been playing. Mark Noble is now back and he's playing in the defensive mid position, and I'm hoping that we can just catch Arsenal out. It was some good play, and hopefully we just catch them having an off day. It is Arsenal, so if anyone's going to completely bottle it, you would fancy it to be them. Come on, boys. It's a big day at the London Stadium. European football could be here next year if we play well in this game. Let's hope for the best. Come on, boys. Liverpool are losing. Oh, come on, boys. At the moment, this would take us up into 6th. A good clearance from Rojo now. Get that out, Yao. Oh, Iwobi is injured as well, so it's all going alright at the moment. Like Mkhitaryan's gone down the left, whipped it in. Aubameyang, great header into the far corner. It's his 37th in the league, I think, which is ridiculous. Now we dropped down to 7th. Not great. Not great from us there. Ramsey ran the ball out wide. Played a lovely ball down the line to Mkhitaryan. Byram gets done for pace, and Aubameyang, it's a superb flick into the far corner. Can't argue with that. Great finish. And Arsenal take the lead. And you can't say, Well, I don't know if you can say they've deserved it or not. We've obviously had more chances, but in terms of highlights that we've seen, we've not had anything. But can we make something here? And Arnautovic on the ball to Hazard. You've got to spread that, mate. It's Obiang. He knocks it back to Hazard, who Arsenal are very interested in signing Hazard, by the way. They've left Lanzini completely free. You have to... he had to play him in. That's a poor decision from Arnautovic. We've really got a good chance going on. The Monreal seems to keep deserting Lanzini. So I'm going to ask, actually, if we can exploit that flank. Corner. Knocked in by Cresswell. Rojo. What a finish by Marco Arnautovic. Get in. Oh, that is a rocket. And we are back up to 6th. European football. Could it be on the cards? Oh. It was a good deep ball in by Cresswell. A lovely knockback by Rojo. And oh my word. Czech's never going to stop that in a month for Sundays. A superb effort. And we've levelled it up at 1-1. I think we've deserved that for all we've not had of the ball. You look at the actual chances created, and we've done brilliantly. Liverpool are 2-0 down. It is classic Liverpool bottling it. No, God, we're completely out of position. No. Oh my God, Pavon hits the post. Maybe he still holds a soft spot for us. Knowing that he could have joined. No, I would say that's not a bad start. That's not a bad start. That's not a bad half. If it finishes like this, we are finishing in the European positions. And he's looking fired up, Marco Arnautovic. He has been in good form, but it's an Arsenal corner. It's come to Ramsey to Aubameyang. God's sake. We're back down to 7th. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang gets his 2nd of the game. It's a good ball by Pavon. Ramsey just nods it down and Aubameyang rifles it in from about 3 yards out. 20 minutes to go. We're not having much of the... We're going to go attacking. We've got to risk it. You might as well. I'm going to ask him to show some passion. Come on, boys. Lanzini on the ball. He knocks a nice one into Arnautovic. Has he got ahead of his man? He has. Haksabanovic. Play it again. Play it again. Cresswell, don't shoot. Mario. Oh no, it's a sitter. Oh, it's a sitter. Oh no, yeah, Mario. Great play by Cresswell now to Haksabanovic, and oh, that's a shocking finish. He was a player I want to bring back because obviously he's on loan this year, and I do want to sign him up for next year. He's been brilliant for us. And after Lanzini, been my player of the year, but oh, that was so poor. We've got a chance here though. Haksabanovic. Oh, it's fallen to Cresswell. Whip that in, whip it in, back post. No, you can't be serious. There's yet another highlight. We're really racking the pressure up in these last few minutes. Can we make something of it? Check who's it long. It's Aubameyang v De Ligt. Aubameyang wins the ball. Of course he does. Torreira plays it out. Is Cresswell going to get there before Pavon? Not quite. It's fallen to Ozil. Are they going to finish the game off Arsenal and kill it off now? Mkhitaryan gets around Byram, gets around Mario, whips it in. Pavon at the back post to Aubameyang, 3-1. It's a hat-trick for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The guy is unplayable. And I think that might be Arsenal winning the title. We need to have a look. Let's bring it up. No, because City are winning, and by the same margin. You must be joking. Oh my word, absolute scenes. Haksabanovic, he's still got hold of it. And that is full time, and that'll bring the end to our first Premier League season. I have to say, I think it's been quite a good one. I'm going to tell the boys that they were unlucky, because actually we went toe to toe with Arsenal. We played really, really well. I'm not going to get too angry at them. That brings the season to the end. Arsenal, despite winning, do not win the Premier League, and how Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang probably deserved it. City win the Premier League, pretty much similar to how it is now, and they've done the double because they obviously won the League Cup as well. So, full Premier League table at the end. City first, Arsenal, Chelsea and United also going into the Champions League. Very, very tight between Arsenal and City and Chelsea, to be fair. United dropped off a little bit, ended up 5 points behind, but look at the gap down to Leicester and Liverpool and ourselves. Leicester and Liverpool qualify for the Europa League. We do not, unfortunately. We've been missed out on the last day. which is a bit annoying. We finished with a 0 goal difference, which pretty much sums up as good going forward as we are crap at the back. Newcastle then below us, with Bournemouth and Everton rounding up the top 10. Really poor season for Spurs, down in 11th. You'd fancy them to come back next year bigger and better. Maybe there's some players that we might be able to nick, but because we're their rivals, I find that hard to believe. Relegated are Brighton, Southampton and Burnley. You couldn't get any more different really in real life, minus Southampton obviously, because they do look like they're going down, but Brighton and Burnley look like they're fine. In terms of players then, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang finishes with 39 goals for a Premier League season, which is ridiculous. It's over a goal a game, which is insane. Romelu Lukaku came second on 21 with Eden Hazard on 20, and Alvaro Morata had a good starting season as well with 18, so you got to say fair play to him. In terms of average rating, Eden Hazard just pips Aubameyang, but I know who I'll be voting for Player of the Year. You got to give it to Pierre. He won the most man of the matches. Renato Sanchez got the most yellow cards. Red cards, Sergio Aurier. No surprise there that Sergio Aurier got the most reds. So for us at the end, the player that had the highest average rating, I'm not going to include James Connors because he had one game, was Manuel Lanzini. And then Haksabanovic, even though he came in late, 15 appearances towards the end of the season, playing at 7.07 is not too bad. Thorgan Hazard, Jan Mari, Marko Arnautovic rounding up the rest of the real highlights of the season. Quite a lot of disappointing ones. I don't think defenders are marked highly enough in this game, or the goalkeepers, but Adrian playing at 6.72 is not really good enough, and there's a lot of work to be done over the summer. In terms of goals scored, Thorgan Hazard just pips Marko Arnautovic at the end, but Arnautovic overall got 14 goals and 10 assists, and Lanzini got 13 goals and 13 assists, so those two were essential. Thorgan Hazard may be here, he may not come the start of next year. It depends on how much Arsenal are willing to pay for him. He goes missing in games a lot for me, so I'm not really that bothered. Another one who may be going is actually Aaron Cresswell. Good as he is rated on this game, he's annoyed me quite a lot this year, and he's not really been up to it. And I think there are some slightly better players that we will be getting towards the end. But thank you so much for watching this episode, and thank you for watching the season. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you again when we start season 2, stay cool.